Whilst there are many mutton and chicken biryanis available everywhere, a good Nati Koli or country chicken version is not easy to come by. So when I heard of this country chicken biryani in Ramanagara, I lost no time in making the 60-kilometer drive from Bengaluru to this town on the Mysuru highway. The biryani here is unique, made to a self-taught recipe by Rajesh, the friendly owner cum biryani master, who began making biryani as a small 1 kilo experiment nearly 25 years ago.
I love the manner in which he's almost breaking that biryani. All that Nati Koli is erupting to the top along with the aroma that's captured in the steam that's rising from that biryani pot. It's almost like a sauna with the vapors that are rising up from that bisi Nati Koli biryani. Of course, you have the chutney that's served along with it. And we already heard of the story because when he began this business, he used to also serve the chitraanna, the idli and all of that. And there was a chutney that was made alongside. And when he began making the biryani, people said, why don't you also serve the chutney along with it? His friends told him that. So that's an advice that he has kept. So we will certainly get to the chutney with the biryani. But what I want to taste first is just that biryani by itself. I'm tasting the oily fattiness of the Nati Koli and then the depth that comes from that ground green masala. Well, this is certainly a biryani rice that's extremely flavorful. You know, this is what I love in my exploration of the biryani. Every popular biryani that you meet will be different. I'm also tasting the warmth that comes from the pepper. I haven't gotten to the chicken yet, but I'm just enjoying this rice just by itself. I'm not tasting so much of the aromats, perhaps because the aromats are ground with the green masala, with the coriander, with the mint, etc. They've all combined together to make for a very unique sort of a flavor that's certainly very tasty. The rice is also the sort that clumps together very well. A combination of the tiny jeera sambar rice and the slightly bigger, slightly more fulsome bullet rice. Also, the bullet rice typically adds more volume to the biryani as it's cooked. And therefore, it also makes for a larger portion visually. If it was only the jeera sambar rice, it would be a much more compact portion. Let's get on to that chicken. That piece of meat has nicely seared, brown and soft within. I love that slightly fatty, gamey flavor of that country chicken. You can also see that the meat is pink around the edges. Get a bit of the skin with the meat. That chicken is cooked perfectly. They've cooked this meat for about an hour and a half before the rice is added. So good. Believe me, this is nothing like a typical broiler chicken biryani. That meat has tons of flavor. As you chew on it, it's rewarding you with that slightly salty edge, the character of that country chicken. This time around, some meat, some skin, and with the anna, with the rice. There's almost a certain umami, savory character to the rice. Oh, chicken kebab. Kebab kuda bandide. And now to taste some of that chutney with the biryani. I can certainly taste the granular texture of the urukadle. There's that pungent kick that comes from the garlic combined with the green chili as well. Well, here goes the rice and a bit of the chutney. You know, because they've fortified the chutney with the chili, with the garlic, it almost mimics the role of a sherwa, but in a cold sort of form. Typically, when you have a sherwa with a biryani, it basically adds a little more of that spicy punch. And it does a similar job here too, but with the punch that comes from the green chili and the garlic. Your mind might say, biryani with chutney, what's happening? But venture out a little beyond your comfort zone and taste it. Because who knows, you may hit upon something interesting. Personally, the rice is enough flavor on its own. But if you want a bit of the spike that comes from that chutney, well, introduce your rice to it too.